Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It is January 22nd, 2025. Looking at Hyman Peak, trying to hold in some snow from all those gusty northwest winds we've been getting. Pios are looking pretty bare right now. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for a sustaining monthly membership. Today we're going to see mostly sunny skies. It's a bit of rinse and repeat. We're in that northerly flow still. Tomorrow, northwest flow. And we'll be slowly increasing those temperatures each day until Friday's our warmest day. It looks like we're going to break the 30 degrees mark in the valley, which we haven't been in quite a bit. We still have some gusty northerly winds this morning, gusting up to 45. We'll take a look at those in a second. Looking at morning temps this morning, we are at 5 in Haley, 2 degrees in Ketchum. Smiley Creek's been winning in the area with negative 15, a little bit of a cold sink there. And then Stanley, negative 10. Taking a look at gusts we've been getting, Soldier had a gust of 102 miles per hour yesterday at around 7, and sustained winds in the 60s for a couple hours there. Pretty strong. And Baldy, it was not that windy, but pretty windy for Baldy. Sustained winds approaching 30 miles per hour with a gust up to 52 from the northwest yesterday evening. Looking at the satellite reel this morning, we got a close low off the coast. This is going to get absorbed into the jet stream, and then the jet stream is going to do another one of these where it comes down in that northerly flow. It's actually going to be kind of split, so it's going to look more like this. And then we're going to have a pretty close low develop over California for Saturday. So Friday is when we're going to get that cold front come through with that trough that parks itself over California. We'll start to see some snow out of that, but mostly going to be wind. So looking at those wind gusts this morning, we're going to have continued gusts up to 45, pretty much this little band here over the Soldiers up through Baldy into the Pioneers. And then that drifts off and becomes less of an issue. Looking at the snow totals for Friday through Saturday, not getting too much, but we're going to see about trace to up to 3 inches, 3 to 4 inches in the Pioneers with some orographic lift. All the other areas can look to see a trace to 2 inches of snow. So not too much coming with this. Still very dry air coming in from the Arctic. Breaking it down day by day, Friday morning, looking at the northern mountains, catching some snow first. And then into the evening hours, we'll get more snow, mostly to the eastern side of the mountains. And looking into the really far distance, there is a slight risk north of us for heavy snow. And if we kind of keep looking through the long-term forecast, we're still going to have continued cold temperatures through the end of January with below snowfall. But this is where the pattern starts to change, is right at the end of January into February. We start to be in the near normal, just on the borderline. And this was that above that risk of heavy snow that I was showing you earlier. So the pattern is changing for the end of January into February, where we will start to see snow again. And yeah, it's been 18 days since our last significant snowfall. Looking at the 500 millibar GFS ensemble, play this back. So this is that closed low that's going to get absorbed up into the jet stream here. On Friday, we have that cold front coming through overhead. That's going to turn into a trough that then turns into a low pressure system that parks itself over California, Nevada area. And we're going to have a little bit of a split in the jet stream where we're going to be kind of in between the two. So we're going to be just ridging in more high pressure, high and dry, warmer conditions, because we're going to be getting some southwest air getting introduced into our area, where it's been coming from the north over the last 2 weeks or so. It's hard to remember at this point. So we'll be getting some warmer air, and with warmer air comes moisture, which leads us into the last part of January, where you can start to see it develop more into this pulling in moisture from the Pacific, and that's what we need to start making snow again. So Friday, is actually next Friday is looking like we're actually going to start to see, I don't want to say significant snow, but a lot more snow than we've been getting with these 1 to 3 inch couple storms. So that is looking good. The signals are turning around towards getting more moisture again. We're really far into the forecast, so anything can happen, but these long-term models have been suggesting that we are going to have a change. Looking at some of the MVM models, this is for Bench Lakes. You can start to see that signal change again. For the 30th is when it really, night of the 29th, it starts to pick up and we start to see more and more snow. So this looks like a pretty slow loading event. The hourly at this point is pretty light, but this is a pretty far out still. So it's just good to see numbers getting high again and seeing like 6 inches of snow, 7 inches of snow on Titus Peak. So definitely looks like it's going to be more of an elevation game. The temperatures are looking to be fairly cool at elevation in the 20s. So that's good. We'll take it. We'll take any snow at this point. So have next week to look forward to. More snow. Or snow again, I should say.